everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I think it's going to be a short one because I don't have a lot to discuss for my beauty bank. I haven't really done that much this month in terms of buying or anything like that. The one thing that I will really be discussing is all of the pans I've hit this month because I have hit a lot. I just went through them all and if I'm not mistaken, there is an awful lot here. There's a lot here, and I've also decluttered some makeup too, which I'll quickly run through. It won't come as a surprise to nobody because I did do a little declutter in my organization video that I recently posted, but there were three other products that I have kind of decluttered on the side. So I will briefly talk about that, but they are not included in any sort of point system, so it's more like an FYI. It doesn't really go towards any of my points in my beauty bank, but I just wanted to let you know anyway. Alright, so I don't know where to start. I think I've got eyeshadow pans, I've got non-eyeshadow pans I've hit, I've got an eyeshadow that I have completely finished. So when it comes to eyeshadow pans, that is half a point that I add back into my beauty bank, right? When I finish an eyeshadow, completely an eyeshadow, I gain 1 point. So finishing an eyeshadow for me is quite a big deal because I need my points. And also if I hit pan in anything that's not an eyeshadow, that still counts as half a point as well. Now when it comes to buying makeup, everything I buy is 1 point each. Otherwise, except for palettes where they are 2 points each. Now, last month, if you did not watch my beauty bank, you would have seen that I was at a negative 10.5. So I really wasn't in the position of buying anything this last month, and I can say that I haven't bought anything. I have not bought one thing this month in terms of beauty. I haven't bought any hair care, skincare, or makeup, or body care, or anything like that. So I'm actually all good. When it comes to this project, I just look at makeup items in particular, but I literally just haven't bought anything. I haven't needed to. I just I've had a lot of things, and I'm just working through what I have. So I'm feeling really productive this month. I'm feeling really good about where I am. Now, as it stands, let's go through all of my pans because let's see if I can get my points at least to a positive, right? Because even though I have loads of pans, they're all half a point each, so I might not necessarily be at the positive. I think I'll start with all of the pans that are non-spoilers because I do have spoilers in here for my Pan Those eyeshadows. I have spoilers in here for my Pan That palette and my Project Level Up. So if you don't want to watch those, maybe don't watch that part. But let's get into everything that is not a spoiler. And the first one is going to be from my MAC palette, the Star Sighting Compact in the shade Fuchsia. And I hit pan in this shade right here in my Pan Those eyeshadows earlier this month. So that was really exciting. So that one is counting as half a point. Next up, I also hit pan in the Club Nebula. I hit pan in this last month as well. But I was working on Rock Hopper in my Pan Those eyeshadows, and I have hit pan in that now, so that is very exciting. This one is still actually out because I'm still working on this shade in my Zodiac Panna. But yeah, I have so many pans in this palette now. It's looking so loved, so that is really exciting. Alright, the next two are pans that I spoke about in my 50 Shades of Yellow/Gold project with the Fantastic Ladies. I hit pan in the Alba palette from Odin's Eye in the shade Golden Tulupa. It's not the best pan in the world, but I definitely hit pan in there, so that one counts as half a point. I also hit pan in this palette, the Sunset Beach from Primark. This one has been removed from my collection simply because the mirror is broken and there's glass everywhere, but I persevered and I still hit pan in this shade right here. But as I said, it is no longer in my collection. I was going to depot this, but I think I'm just going to declutter it altogether. I don't think there is a need to risk it, and I got a very harsh note, but probably filled with love from Kana saying absolutely do not keep that palette. So I I think I'm just gonna end up decluttering this. There's no need for me to keep the couple of shades that I was thinking of depotting. I mean, I don't need them. I have plenty of shades in my collection. So this palette is actually decluttered now from my collection. It's a shame because I just got the pan in it, but you know, it still counts towards my pan in terms of my points. I feel like I can't like not count it. That would not be fair. Okay, and the next two pans are from my Zodiac panner, which I updated a week or so ago. So I hit pan in my Nomad palette. This is the Effect of Provence. Now this palette is one of the palettes that has started to show a little bit of mold. Actually, all of my Nomad palettes are getting moldy, and this one is only a year old. So I do think that it might be the humidity and like the environment and everything, but also like I think it's the ingredients in these palettes. It's just something is not liking where I am. So but anyway, I was working on this shade which did not have any mold, and I hit pan in it. So yeah, this one has been removed from my collection for now. I have sprayed it, I have sanitized it and cleaned it as best I can. I have put it with the other palettes that are in question that are kind of iffy. Gonna see how they look for the next few weeks, and then I will decide if I end up decluttering them completely or not. But it is such a shame. I literally have only had this a year. I got this a year ago. It's my newest one, and this one was looking just as bad as the Tokyo palette from Nomad. The one that looks the best is the Cartagena Magica, but I did notice one matte that looked a little bit iffy, and it's really the matte shades that I'm having issues with. It's these soft matte shades. So yeah, that's really upsetting. Okay, and then the last non-spoiler pan that I have to share is from the BH Cosmetics Summer in Saint Tropez. This is also in my Zodiac panner, and I hit pan in Intoxicating right here. Another beautiful yellow. So that was really fun. Everything else is spoilers, so if you don't want to watch the next few minutes, I completely understand, but really it's not that much, so please watch. Okay, let's go into my project level up. It's not complete, so don't worry. I haven't completely spoiled it, and I still have some time before I do my update. But I've been working on my Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette, and I have hit pan in the shade Eden right here. I actually hit pan in it today. Today I hit pan in it. I was like, come on, let's just use it. Let's see. I've been working on it for the last 2 months now, specifically this shade, and I hit pan in it, which is really exciting. I'll give the actual specific numbers when I do my project level up of how many uses it took to hit pan in that, but that is another half a point added. And then I have a spoiler from my Pan Those eyeshadows. I had just rolled this in last update. I rolled in the shade from my Earthly palette from Beauty Bay, and I rolled in the shade Kava, and this one as well, I just hit pan in it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because the pan is almost the same color as the actual shade, but I used this in my inner corner today, and I used it in my inner corner a couple days ago. But again, I will give the true uses and like how long it took me in the actual update for that project. But that is another half a point added. All right, let's go into non-eyeshadow pans that I've hit. So this one was a surprising one. I rolled this into my Shop My Stash. I try to do a project 10 uses, so I try to use the item 10 times before I roll it out for that month, and I do it monthly. So I rolled in my Essence Brighten Up powder, and I actually hit pan in it, which is super fun and exciting. I hit pan in this a few days ago, so that was fun. I think I've hit pan now in all of my powders, but maybe 2. So, you know, I'm getting through them slowly but surely. Of course, the packaging's broken, which is very annoying, but this one was an unexpected one. And then this is a spoiler for my 50 Shades of Yellow/Gold Fantastic Ladies, but I've been working on my Ofra highlighter. I've been working on the shade Star Island. I think this is Star Island, and I hit pan in this. Quite a nice pan, I would say so myself as well. I've been using it in the inner corner, and I've been I don't think I can talk today. I've been using it in my inner corner, and I hit pan in it a few days ago, maybe like 5 days ago or something like that. So that is exciting too. And then last but not least, when it comes to pans, I have finished an eyeshadow from my Pan That palette, which is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This is a huge spoiler for that video, so if you don't want to watch, avert your eyes straight away. But it will come at no surprise what shade it is. So obviously my palette looks like this, and I have finished the shade Sea Salt completely now. So I'm super, super excited about that. Don't look at anything else. Don't look at anything else because there might be another spoiler in there. But that is really exciting for me. It's been a long time since I've finished an eyeshadow, so that is a whole point added. So in conclusion, in terms of my pans, I hit a total of 10 pans with the eyeshadow and the 2 non-eyeshadow pans, so that they're all half a point each. So that's 5 points added back. I was at a 10.5, so now I'm at a 5.5. And then with the eyeshadow that I finished in my Pan Map palette, the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette, I add another 1 point to my beauty bank. I don't know why it's so hard for me to talk about numbers. I usually like talking about numbers. And so that took my point to 4.5. And the last thing that I have to share before we get into everything I've decluttered today is I usually always go through any makeup items that I finished as well throughout the month. And I will be counting this one, even though I kind of stopped and I just kind of gave up because I was like, I do not like this item anymore. But I think I've used it for a good 2.5 months, almost 3 months now. And, you know, some people said I decluttered it. Some people, I think, would agree that I had done what I wanted to do and it is an empty. I'm calling it an empty. I don't care what the people say. So I have finished my mascara from W7 Lashtastics. I use this as much as I would in the real world. You know, the only reason I used it as much as I did is because I'm on YouTube. And so I had a little bit of pressure, you know, and I stretched it out as long as possible. But I did use this for almost 3 months straight. And yeah, I just ended up just saying, no, 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 it was going everywhere. So this one is counting as an empty. And so that's another point added to my system. So now I'm at a negative 3.5. So with all of those pans, I'm still in the negative, which is good, it's fine, because I actually don't have anything that I want to go out and buy, so that is all good. If I have another really good month of pans, then I will be in the negative the following month. So I'm really excited about that because I was a negative 10.5 and I was thinking, ooh, this is not looking very good. All right, really quickly, let's go into some makeup items that I'm going to be decluttering, which you have not seen. So I'm going to be decluttering, this is the Ofra Facelifting Flash Primer. I pulled this from my Shop My Stash. I tried it in my Shop My Stash video where I do a get ready with me. It peeled. It was absolutely disgusting and horrid. I tried it one more time and it did the same thing. So I'm going to be chucking this. I am also decluttering this, which kind of is annoying. This is the Dr. Lip Tint 100% Natural in the Red Radish shade. The only reason I'm decluttering it is because basically I really like this item and then I thought I lost it. I found it in a bag and I tried it out and it's gone off. So it's just too old, and for the longest time I just thought I lost it. I didn't realize I still had it, but I found it. So yeah, this one is going to, but I don't really want to get rid of it. It's just like, I'm not going to put that near my lips. And the last thing I'm decluttering, which I did mention in my Get Ready With Me recently, is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus 2 mascara. This is a shame. It's dried out. It's dried out completely. I can't even use it. I wanted to test it out. I tested it out in that video and I couldn't even get it on my eyes. It is beyond saving at this point. It is too dry. I'm not even going to put anything in there to try to revive it. I'm just going to chuck it. It's a purple mascara. It was just to do some a fun look, and it didn't really work out, and there's no need for me to hold on to it. So this one is going as well. Okay, and then along with the Primark palette that I spoke about where the mirror is smashed, I have some other palettes that I have ended up decluttering. So I'm going to be decluttering my Pixie Heart Defensor palette. I'm going to be decluttering this neon palette from Primark. Decluttering this neon palette from Primark again. I'm getting rid of my Juvia's Place, the Nubian Mini, because I just find it really boring. I mean, if you want to have a look. It is very, very boring. I'm going to declutter this little quad because I do not need it. It does have a pan in it, so I will lose a pan. I'm also going to be decluttering this Bella Pierre quad as well because I never use it. I don't need it. So that is my beauty bank. There are no new items to share with you. Who knows if there will be next time. I haven't got anything in the mail or anything like that. So if I buy anything, it's going to be in the next few weeks. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But I'm really excited that I've been able to hit so many pans. I feel like this has been a really good month. I think I was in a really bad panning space you know, and I was distracted when my parents were here, and then I got back into the groove, and now I'm like hitting hand left, right, and center, or at least I hope so. And so I hope that continues. I'm feeling really good about that, and it's giving me a lot of joy and excitement, so that is really fun. If you liked the video, like and subscribe if you'd like to, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye!